Shakur Stevenson has been rumored to be hospitalized after Gervonta Davis allegedly jumped him. Rumors suggest that the altercation took place at a popular nightclub in Miami. Both Stevenson and Davis were present at the club, and tensions between their entourages had been brewing throughout the evening. What began as a verbal dispute quickly escalated into a physical confrontation. On the other hand, Shakur Stevenson is determined to give a thrilling performance in his hometown of Newark, New Jersey, this coming weekend against Artem Harutyunyan. Stevenson views this bout as a stepping stone on his path toward a potential mega showdown with Gervonta Davis. This highly anticipated fight would feature two undefeated lightweight world champions. Davis, boasting a record of 30-0 with 28 knockouts and holding the WBA title, and Stevenson with a 21-0 record and 10 knockouts, reigning as the WBC champion. The more Stevenson contemplates the dream match, the more he sees the potential impact Tank could have on his career, akin to what Errol Spence Jr. did for Terrence Crawford's. Spence and Crawford had been locked in a lengthy period of trash talk and stalled negotiations until they finally clashed last July. Crawford delivered a stunning 9th-round TKO, silencing his critics and cementing his greatness. Stevenson thinks a fight with Tank will boost his personal notoriety and solidify his status as a boxer. He expressed his ambition to be remembered as one of the greats and to be included in everyone's top 5. He used examples like Crawford, highlighting that he believed Crawford had been one of the best and greatest boxers, but needed the right opportunity to demonstrate it. Stevenson also mentioned Errol Spence, noting that he was the right opponent to showcase Crawford's true greatness.
Grayson, I want to be in everybody's top 5 for sure. Top 3, top 5. Like his situation, I feel like he been one of the best, been one of the greatest boxers to do it, but he just had the opportunity and needed the opportunity to show it. And I think with Errol Spence, he was the right guy to be there to show how great he truly was. And I think with me,
Stevenson also didn't hesitate to identify that right person when asked. He mentioned that for him, all it takes is the right fight and the right opponent. He specifically pointed out that a fight against Tank Davis would be ideal, noting that many people believe he can't win, which he finds motivating. Stevenson and Davis have both insisted on wanting to battle one another.
All it takes is the right fight and the right person.
What do you think that fight's gonna be for you at 135?
Tank. I think me and Tank is the fight, and I think everybody think that I can't do it, so I love that part about it.
While Shakur Stevenson is totally committed to defeating Artem Harutyunyan, that doesn't prevent him from having opinions about Davis and Vasily Lomachenko. In fact, Stevenson categorizes them both as scared. When questioned by a reporter about Davis's recent critique of Stevenson's boxing style, the WBC champion responded without hesitation. Stevenson began saying about Davis, "That just sounds like somebody who's scared. Somebody that says, you're defensive, and I don't want to get in the ring with you because you have great defense. That sounds like somebody who's scared of losing. I don't pay no mind to it. I got Artem in front of me, and that's the focus." Stevenson put Lomachenko in the same group when his name was brought up. He said, "Lomachenko looks good, but I still think he's scared. He's scared to fight me. Stop being scared, Lomachenko. We're going to call you Duckchenko or Scarychenko until you fight me, champ. Nickname me after I whoop his..." Even though the three stars have never engaged in combat, their names have been linked for a while. Shakur suggested that although the Matrix appeared sharp and decisive, Lomachenko might be apprehensive about facing him. This remark seemed to catch the reporter off guard. In the 135-pound weight class, Shakur Stevenson stands out prominently. His role as a WBC champion makes him a sought-after contender for title unification across the board. Adding to the excitement, this division features one of the most prominent names in boxing today, Gervonta Davis, followed by Vasyl Lomachenko. One must remember Oscar de la Hoya's invitation. William Zepeda, a 28-year-old Mexican boxer, has delivered 26 of his 30 victories via knockout, showcasing a formidable power reminiscent of Tank. Interestingly, Cameron is also scheduled to fight on July 6th, the same date as Shakur Stevenson, but in a different venue. Interestingly, this isn't the first occasion de la Hoya has challenged Stevenson. Following Zepeda's recent victory against Maxie Hughes, the Golden Boy once again issued a call to arms to the southpaw from Newark. He said, "I would love to see him with anybody, with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur, if you're watching, let's get it on. Let's go. Even top-rank CEO Bob Arum expressed excitement about the possible matchup. Incidentally, when eminent journalist Lance Pugmire raised the question, William Zepeda having his way in Vegas. Who wants him next? Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Davis? The fight is over. The WBC lightweight champion jubilantly raised his hands in response, sparking anticipation among fans eager for his reaction to De La Hoya's recent challenge. If we were to imagine the showdown between The Matrix and Shakur Stevenson, it's undeniable. Both stand out as paragons of technical prowess in recent boxing history. Absent an early stoppage, aficionados of pure boxing would relish witnessing a cerebral exchange between these two pugilistic intellects. Has Vasyl Lomachenko's triumphant return against George Kambosos Jr. cemented his status as the leading figure in the lightweight division? It certainly seems that way. Rumors are swirling about negotiations for a showdown between the two-time Olympic gold medalist and Gervonta Davis. With a Baltimore native eager to challenge the Ukrainian, why should contenders from New Jersey be overlooked? In an exclusive interview with Stephen A. Smith, Coach Calvin Ford issued a clear warning. All challengers should be on high alert. According to him, the only adversary capable of defeating Tank Davis is Davis himself. Ford said, Tank against Tank. That's the only person that's going to beat Tank. I'm just telling you. There's a reason why Tank is here. I'm just the voice in his head that knows how to push them buttons. And we still ain't seen greatness yet. Ford further said, everybody talks about Shakur as a master boxer, but at the end of the day, what Tank do? He's setting everybody on notice. I'm trying to give them the blueprint. Accept the money and see can you beat him? Moreover, Shakur Stevenson has allegedly inked a deal with Mayweather Promotions and has thrown down the gauntlet to Gervonta Davis for a bout later this year. While these are only rumors, the anticipation for this showdown is palpable, and there are no apparent obstacles to prevent it from happening. Both athletes are major figures in boxing at present, with Gervonta possibly enjoying a marginally higher profile. Nonetheless, Shakur is swiftly closing the gap. Stevenson, akin to Davis, hails from Newark and holds the lightweight champion title, adding weight to the prospect of a unification match. However, Davis has voiced hesitations regarding this eagerly anticipated bout. Shakur is gearing up for his comeback in the ring next week, following his triumphant third World Championship victory 6 months ago. Amidst this interim period, he startled fans with an unexpected announcement of retirement, ensuring no shortage of drama.
If there's a gun to your head, when are we gonna see the Shakur Tanks, the Shakur Devin, the Devin Tanks?
There's only one fight that is really
The one?
that. Like, if we were like gonna be for real about it, like,
keep it on.
What's
like,
the fight?
my opinion,
Yeah.
because we talking about like skill and like boxing, like all around boxing, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't talking about somebody that just got a good jab or what.
Yeah.
We talking about like all around.
Can do everything.
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Me and Tank
It's the fight.
biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight in the world.
After securing yet another triumphant title defense, Gervonta Davis finds himself in the limelight once more. Shakur Stevenson recently engaged in a deep discussion with esteemed boxing journalist Kevin Iole, delving into various topics, including Davis's notable comments from the post-fight press conference following the Frank Martin bout. In 2007, the Nat Fleischer Award honored the WBC lightweight champion, who, in a recent interview, provided exclusive details about his upcoming title defense preparations. During the discussion, the focus shifted to the scrutiny he faced after his fight with Edwin de los Santos, highlighting his agile defensive tactics as a major talking point. Critics, including Gervonta Davis, misunderstood the display, viewing it more as running rather than acknowledging the artistry of a celebrated defensive boxer's skillful techniques. During the post-fight conference of his recent match, when asked for his thoughts on a potential matchup with Stevenson, Davis responded, "You know how it would go. Everybody in this room knows how it would go." Later on, he admitted that a fight between them would be good for the game. Kevin Iole opened with glowing praise for Shakur Stevenson, highlighting him as a top contender in the pound-for-pound rankings. However, despite this acclaim, Iole was keen to get Stevenson's reaction to recent remarks made by Gervonta Davis. He clarified that Davis himself made the statement, emphasizing that it came directly from one of Stevenson's peers rather than from Iole or any other boxing observer. Shakur retaliated, suggesting that Tank's comments were likely casual in nature. Shakur emphasized the importance of honesty, urging everyone to truly observe before forming judgments. Furthermore, he suggested that Davis's statements might reflect a lack of deep boxing knowledge rather than a low boxing IQ.
Gervonta Davis was the one that said it. It wasn't me as a boxing writer or some other fan or other boxing writer. So that's one of your peers. Do you think Gervonta?
No, he's a casual though. Like Tank is a casual. You got to be honest. Like, when we like look at him and really understand, like you could be a special boxer, but don't really have like the IQ and I ain't gonna say IQ, but like the boxing knowledge. as I say boxing knowledge.
Before the fight commenced, Gervonta Davis, drawing from his experience with both fighters, confidently predicted Rolando Romero's victory over Isaac Cruz in their upcoming bout. Davis, having faced them before, believed Romero's superior strength would give him the upper hand, confidently forecasting a knockout win for Romero over Pitbull Cruz. Shakur emphasized, however, that these perspectives should be acknowledged as informal beliefs. Describing it as a casual opinion, he pointed out that any seasoned boxing enthusiast would understand Isaac Cruz wouldn't have allowed Rolly Romero to escape so effortlessly. It wasn't a trick question or hard to pick for the trained eye. So that's how thoughts and casual conversation flow.
Full pressure and standing right in front of you, not moving out of the way of the power. He's going right to it. Stylistically, it's a no-brainer fight. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, if you know boxing, you know Pitbull was going to do that to Rolly. Like, it wasn't a trick question, wasn't a hard to pick 'em fight. But I'm just like explaining to you like the casual and like Gervonta Davis brain. Good fighter, but he's a casual. So yeah, of course he's gonna say what the casuals say. He reads the tweets and listens to the casual fans and casual.
Shakur Stevenson seems poised for a straightforward win against Artem Harutyunyan. As the dust settles, speculation naturally turns to his next challenger. Whispers swirl about a potential showdown between Gervonta Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko. Should Davis triumph, he could set his sights on Stevenson's coveted WBC title. Yet, looming large is the pivotal query. Does Davis possess the mettle to square off against such a seasoned and sharp adversary?
Yeah.
In my brain, how I look at him, like he's a talented, special fighter who got like God-given abilities. But like, as far as like boxing knowledge and all of that, like I watched him. He fought. Let's say this how I can put it, right. He fought Rolly Romero and he fought Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Before the fight, when they was fighting each other, he picked Rolly Romero to win because of his power. And that's what he basically said, like Rolly is he's gonna knock him out his power because he's saying like Rolly was stronger. But that's a casual opinion. Like, if you really think about it, it's a casual opinion.
In the meantime, Shakur advised not to overlook Harutyunyan's capabilities. Kevin highlighted Stevenson's looming free agency after his next bout, noting that multiple promoters are keen to sign him and inquiring whether this increased attention is creating additional pressure. Stevenson replied that he's approaching things step by step, with his primary focus set on July 6th. He mentioned that the promoters' support hinges on his performance. When Iol asked if Harutyunyan's close loss to Martin last year made him more dangerous, Stevenson confirmed it did. He noted that the fight with Martin was extremely close and could have had a different outcome. Stevenson suggests that Harutyunyan might have clinched the victory had he not withdrawn from exhaustion in the final round. Despite Stevenson having a superior record and being the clear favorite for the upcoming match, the Newark native acknowledges Harutyunyan's skill and considers him a formidable opponent. Stevenson has also expressed his thoughts on missing out on two major fights that could have significantly boosted his career.
It would have been Artem won the fight, so honestly, from what I watched, I think that he's a good fighter, definitely dangerous. I see him now, he's training at Top Rank Gym in Las Vegas. So he's putting himself in a type of environment to come in there at his best.
The fight between Davis and Ukrainian fighter Vasyl Lomachenko is moving along quickly thanks to Davis's remarkable victory against Martin earlier this month. Therefore, Stevenson responded, "Honestly, I don't care. It is what it is," when Boxing Scene questioned him about his feelings about skipping bouts against the two best competitors in his division. It is what it is, really. Claiming he is fighting for himself and not for money or clout, Stevenson added, "I don't give a about that. I know that my time will come." Positively, Stevenson stated that Davis will have to face him at some point, and that would be his opportunity to excel as a fighter. Stevenson has been eyeing Lomachenko for quite some time, considering a showdown with the IBF lightweight champion to be unavoidable. Despite his anticipation for Top Rank to schedule the fight, obstacles have arisen after his most recent match under their promotion. Stevenson said, "I think me and Lomachenko should be next and unify. I think that's a Lomachenko question, though. His team has to accept the fight. Even though the upcoming fight against Artem Harutyunyan isn't Shakur Stevenson's biggest match. It has his full attention. He is determined not to underestimate the German boxer, showing unyielding focus. Additionally, Stevenson views this bout as a chance to stage a victorious return after his disappointing performance against Edwin de los Santos last year. Promoter Bob Arum has grand plans for his fighter, Shakur Stevenson. If Stevenson secures a victory against Artem Harutyunyan on July 6th, Arum intends to arrange high-stakes bouts with two esteemed champions in the 135-pound division, Gervonta Davis and Vasily Lomachenko. Promoter Bob Arum envisions an exciting future for his fighter, Shakur Stevenson. Should Stevenson triumph over Artem Harutyunyan on July 6th, Arum plans to set up major clashes with two renowned champions in the 135-pound category, Gervonta Davis and Vasily Lomachenko. Arum said Lomachenko now has one of the lightweight titles, and he and Davis would be a massive fight for Shakur. Those fighters seem ready and willing to fight each other. Last November, Shakur's fight against Edwin de los Santos at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas was met with a chorus of boos from the audience, who disapproved of his evasive tactics throughout the bout. Known for his risk-averse style, Shakur has secured world titles in 3 different weight classes. However, his cautious, fencing-like approach has frequently been criticized for lacking excitement, resonating mainly with fans who value a safety-first strategy. Arum is facing stiff competition in the race for Shakur's services. However, Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn stands out by showing a keen interest in signing the 2016 Olympic silver medalist. Despite this interest, Hearn's stable currently lacks notable contenders in the 135 or 140 weight classes for Shakur to face. In the lightweight division, Hearn only has Andy Cruz, a fighter who lacks widespread recognition. A matchup with Cruz would pose significant risks for Stevenson. Cruz mirrors his highly defensive, counter-punching style, but packs more power. Some argue that Cruz is a refined version of Shakur, minus Stevenson's outspoken demeanor and boastful flair. Arum said, "I want to see a real top performance from Shakur. It's an exciting fight. Shakur might benefit from moving to another promoter who could explore strategies to boost his popularity if Arum decides to release him." Currently, Arum would face challenges in finding influential figures who could convince Shakur to renew his contract with him. Bob Arum, the renowned promoter, seems hesitant to risk Teofimo Lopez's or Keyshawn Davis's careers by matching them against Shakur, which could disrupt their ability to attract fans. It's clear why Arum isn't eager to pit them against the talented New Jersey native known for his superior outboxing skills. "I know if he goes in and pecks away, he can beat anybody, but that doesn't entertain people, and professional boxing is part entertainment, so I want him to engage in an entertaining fight," said Arum about wanting Shakur to fight in a more entertaining, engaging style in his fights, instead of his usual hit-and-not-get-hit manner of competing. But Shakur's decision to face Gervonta sets the stage for what could become the most monumental boxing match ever. His goal is to increase his profile in pursuit of the WBA Lightweight World Championship, issuing a bold warning to Davis about the potential for a rude awakening if they square off. Shakur envisions their clash, a classic duel between an undefeated power puncher and a skilled boxer, etched into sports history as a defining moment. However, Davis brushes off Stevenson's perceived technical weaknesses, viewing any potential challenge as an easy fight. During an interview on Najee's podcast, Cigar Talks, Davis mocked Stevenson's abilities when questioned if the 26-year-old challenger would be his toughest opponent yet. Tank dismissed the idea of facing Shakur, criticizing his perceived lack of impactful skills, questioning both his power and defense.
You think that's gonna be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer, nigga. Like that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
All right,
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
you think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel like
probably
that's
pin him on
easy
game
work?
by the time that. Yeah,
Hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I touched him with 16-ounce gloves on, and he ran. Imagine if I hit him with 8 ounces. The guy is here too.
Stevenson was offended by these comments and responded to the complaints on his X account, saying it would be a rude awakening when fight night comes. During months of frequent exchanges, experts speculate that these provocations might lead to a showdown. This could be Stevenson's chance to prove if his passion is sufficient to confront one of the world's top pound-for-pound fighters. The upcoming clash between Davis and Stevenson is being touted as one of boxing's most highly anticipated matchups, especially following this week's fiery exchanges on social media. However, major fights often get delayed in pursuit of becoming potential commercial juggernauts, even if it means the fighters don't meet at the peak of their rivalry. But it looks like Shakur is urging Gervonta Davis to stop avoiding him and accept the challenge. He clarified that his concern isn't with Davis's former promoter, Floyd Mayweather. Instead, Shakur encouraged Davis to focus on facing him in the ring. Despite engaging in a weeks-long exchange of words with Shakur, Davis's true intentions remain unclear. Shakur threw down the gauntlet to Tank, making it clear that Tank's reservations shouldn't revolve around Floyd Mayweather. Shakur expressed his eagerness to square off against Tank and pressed him to set up the bout, highlighting his active campaigning on social media and his weariness with discussing it further. He urged Tank to cease dodging the fight and to agree to make it a reality.
Say, man, look, man. Your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Gervonta Tank Davis, let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me and let's make the fight happen, man. Come on.
Fans are becoming increasingly frustrated with the extended delay in the Tank versus Shakur showdown. The holdup seems to stem from Tank Davis, who appears reluctant to face the defensive maestro or any other significant challenger. Stevenson's ongoing efforts to secure a fight with Baltimore's Tank Davis could indicate unwavering determination rather than a change in strategy. This persistence highlights the shortage of top-tier PPV contenders in the lightweight division. When Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia moved up to the 140-pound division, they left Shakur with few compelling PPV opponents, aside from Tank. Gervonta, renowned for his methodical career strategy spanning 11 years, has displayed no inclination to deviate from his management's conservative matchmaking tactics. Tank's career thrives on sparking fan enthusiasm with matches against seemingly lesser opponents, often using fighters like Shakur as mere chess pieces to generate interest. Floyd Mayweather once guided Gervonta Davis through the early stages of his career, but now he's eyeing a deal with one of Davis's primary competitors. Davis, formerly promoted by Mayweather's Mayweather Promotions until 2022, announced a friendly split from his mentor, a Baltimore native. However, their amicable parting took a bitter turn as their relationship deteriorated, resulting in heated public spats on social media. Mayweather highlighted Davis's immense power edge over Shakur Stevenson, whom Tank accuses of losing respect by talking excessively and avoiding fights. Mayweather went further, proclaiming Shakur as the undisputedly most skilled fighter in the mix. Floyd opined that among the 135-pound contenders, Gervonta Tank Davis packs the hardest punch, whereas Shakur Stevenson stands out as the most skilled fighter in the category. Highlighting the essence of boxing prowess, Floyd drew parallels between Stevenson and Pernell Whitaker, noting that while Whitaker wasn't famed for his knockout power, he captivated fans with his resilience and battles against top-tier opponents. Floyd underscored Stevenson's ambition to emulate Whitaker's path by pursuing bouts against the division's elite.
Well, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 would be hands down Shakur Stevens.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best?
Floyd openly expressed his intention to recruit the three-weight world champion to propel himself forward. He indicated that Stevenson's current contract might be approaching its conclusion and voiced optimism about a potential collaboration. Floyd emphasized his desire to elevate Stevenson's career to new heights and secure the coveted fights Stevenson craves.
I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he wants.
Leonard Ellerbe, the ex-CEO of Mayweather Promotions, has set the boxing world abuzz with his latest remarks hinting at a potential clash between Tank and Shakur. Renowned for his frank commentary and profound understanding of the sport, Ellerbe's statements have ignited fervent speculation and anticipation among fans and analysts alike. In the world of boxing, both fighters boast remarkable records and have captured widespread attention with their prowess in the ring. Davis, renowned for his devastating knockout ability and dynamic fighting flair, and Stevenson, acclaimed for his his meticulous technique and strategic finesse, embody a clash of styles set to deliver riveting drama and fierce competition. Leonard Ellerbe recently offered insights on the thrilling prospect of their potential showdown.
He has a hit list, and he's going to get every one of these guys who y'all say are the top guys. Trust me. Shakur's going to get that work. He asking for it, he going to get that work. But it ain't what he think it is. I can't wait for it to happen, though.
Ellerbe's remarks imply a deep confidence in Davis's capability to confront Stevenson's challenge, highlighting Stevenson's potential underestimation of the stakes involved. This observation underscores Davis's trademark confidence and meticulous strategic approach to his bouts.
How confident you are Tank could be fighting someone like a Devin Haney or a Shakur, a Lomachenko next. Do you see that kind of a fight happening for Tank?
All these guys who you guys say are the top guys out there, Tank gonna get every one of these guys. He just can't fight them all in one night. He done already got Ryan Garcia out the way. Next is Frank Martin on the hit list.
Ellerbe's comments have ignited lively debates within the boxing circle regarding the potential consequences and ramifications of a Davis versus Stevenson showdown. Analysts and enthusiasts alike are delving into the strengths, weaknesses, and broader career implications for both fighters, dissecting what this bout might signify for their futures. Shakur emerges as a standout among young talents in the sport, drawing inspiration from Floyd Mayweather's legacy to drive his ambitions forward. During an interview with an ES News journalist, the New Jersey native was asked about his ongoing motivation in boxing. Stevenson humbly noted, "Yeah, I thought about it, and it's amazing, but lately I've been trying to keep myself motivated and focused and try to tell myself I haven't done nothing when it comes to boxing." He modestly understates his present accomplishments, all the while nurturing lofty aspirations. Longing to carve a place among the era's luminaries, his muse lies in the unparalleled Mayweather. He added, "I just want to put me in the GOAT to be. I heard Floyd Mayweather say in an interview that there will never be another fighter like him. There will never be nobody better than him." Stevenson eloquently illuminates the profound impact of money on his athletic journey, molding not just his achievements but also echoing the insightful wisdom shared by the former welterweight champion in their interviews. He said, "Anytime I hear him say such stuff, it kind of motivates me. Get up and go run. Just keep me in the straight path, so I appreciate Floyd, and I love watching his interviews when he talks. I think that's something that motivates me. It comes as no shock that Sugar has served as a profound muse for Pretty Boy. This iconic figure has steadfastly backed the young fighter throughout his journey." Stevenson, however, has always been in the company of formidable boxers celebrated for their skills. During his recent match against Edwin de los Santos, illustrious names such as Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, and Andre Ward graced the venue. The images capturing this moment swiftly spread across the internet. Meanwhile, there are rumors that Shakur is being hospitalized after getting jumped by Tank. While we can't confirm the authenticity of it as of now, rumors are painting a pretty intense picture of this conflict. Rumors suggest that Davis, known for his aggressive style both in and out of the ring, confronted Stevenson over a perceived slight. The situation deteriorated rapidly, leading to Davis allegedly attacking Stevenson. Security footage from the nightclub reportedly shows Davis throwing the first punch, with Stevenson attempting to defend himself before being overwhelmed by Davis and his entourage. Club security intervened, but not before Stevenson had sustained several blows. Paramedics were called to the scene, and Stevenson was quickly transported to a nearby hospital. The incident has drawn significant attention and commentary from within the boxing world. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.